Hello, my name is Kay Dodds, and I am the National Chairman for Changing Hearts US. Maybe you've even heard of us. We have bookmarks and prayer cards for people, and they're in all 50 states and actually in 20 foreign countries. On our website, you'll find them in 5 languages. Changing Hearts is a prayer and fasting group. We pray for 2 states each week, and we pray for them. And our goal is to return the culture to God. But our newest effort is designed especially for youth. It's called the Yes Squad, Young Evangelistic Squad. Now the group wants to be missionaries for Changing Hearts and then give away something very important, their best friend, Jesus. Now lots of people have troubles, and wouldn't it be nice to give a friend who's got a problem and needs help a superhero? Everybody likes superheroes. They have all kinds of power, and they never die. Have you ever considered Jesus as a superhero? I have, and he's my best friend. Now, our prayer talks about 6 moral issues, and as far as that's concerned, we're just hoping that our Yes Squad will just live those out. If they come up in conversation, you tell them the Christian answer. Like, for instance, the unborn is a non-person and has no rights. That's what the culture tells us. And euthanasia is death with dignity. But we know better. They also have filled television and movies with profanity and pornography, and they call it freedom of expression. Homosexual unions, we are told, are just alternative lifestyles. And you know what? Political correctness will tell us our morality, not our church or our faith. As a young adult in the world, we would like you to join us as missionaries for Changing Hearts and join our Yes Squad. You can do that by emailing us at changingheartsus@gmail.com. I want to tell you my first time I realized that Jesus was real. I was in high school. I was dating a young man named Tom. And when he went off to college, he wrote me a letter that said, "So long, it's been good to know you. I'm going to college." And it broke my heart because I really liked him. So I dated another young fella called Dick. And in a little while, he was going off to college. And I thought, I am not going to get hurt again. So I wrote him a letter, "So long, it's been good to know you." And he didn't come back. And then when I started to date somebody else, I realized that Dick, he was a keeper, and I just might have really done myself in by telling him goodbye. So I decided to pray 9 days of prayer, and I asked Jesus if he could possibly find a way to bring Dick back. I really wanted to do that, but if he didn't think that was good for my future, I'm only 17 at this time, that's okay. I won't complain. Into the 9 days, I had no idea. And I thought, well, maybe I'm not going to ever see him again. But my grandmother lived next door, and she was close to me, and she knew I was hurting. And she said, "Why don't you write him another letter? He's given you nice gifts. Ask him to come back and get his gifts, and then you can at least see him again." I thought, that sounds even worse than what I did the first time. But I didn't have any other ideas, so I did it. He came back. And he didn't come back for his gifts. He came back to date me. And long story short, in a few months, we were engaged. We were married 30 years until the good Lord took him with cancer. So I really knew that Jesus was reaching down and touching and he was paying attention to little old me in a little bitty town. I hope you can identify something like that in your life. Here's 2 of my friends that can tell you about how they've encountered Jesus.
I'm going to tell you how my family and myself found Christ in our lives. When I was born at 30 weeks. Because of this, I was in the NICU for 2 months, and I was 1 pound 14 ounces. When I was in the NICU, my dad's wedding ring could fit up to my upper arm. My family was very lucky to have their parish priest, Father Tom, who was there almost every day to talk with them, tell them how Christ had me in life for a special reason and how he would be able to help me get through this. Also, he had my parish praying for us daily. It was a very scary time during those 2 months because my parents had no idea if I was going to live. They were told that I could have epilepsy, brain bleeds, cerebral palsy, and a multitude of other diseases I think it was mainly due to prayers. I was able to come out of the NICU with very few complications. I find myself very lucky to still be living. Because of this, my family very, very devoted to Christ, God. Thank you for listening to this.
I recently took a trip to Medjugorje, which is in the country of Bosnia-Herzegovina, and 6 people have been seeing apparitions of Mary for 35 years. So while we were there, I saw the miracle of the sun, which is basically where you can look at the sun for as long as you want without it burning your eyes, as long as God allows you to. So I could look at the sun for a good 1 to 2 minutes, and it looked like a disc was just on top of the sun, kind of moving around, and it didn't hurt my eyes at all, and it was really, really amazing because I had been kind of asking for it the entire time I was there, and I finally got to see it. You just felt God all over, especially in the town of Medjugorje, because so many people were praying and they had these huge outdoor masses. I also went to Italy, and just all the basilicas, you could just feel God everywhere. So many pilgrims coming from all over the world. And while we were on the trip, we had Mass every day and prayed the Rosary every day. And I could really feel myself getting closer to God through that. And it was a great time.